Headmaster is the 13th episode of Transformers Animated, airing March 15th, 2008. In it, Bulkhead becomes a painter, but he loses his head in the process. Shenanigans ensue. The episode begins with this noob throwing around some exposition, how Sondak started the robotics revolution, and Harry Masterson over here grew up with it. Remember, the Autobots crashed 50 years ago, and assuming that Sondak right away after he found Megatron's head started experimenting with him. So basic math, that means it's the 22nd century, so we can generically say the show takes place 100 years in the future, so wind the clock back 50 years exactly. Isaac Sondak found Megatron's head around 2058. By that time, I'll be 57 and probably still talking about cartoons on YouTube. So I'm gonna say Sondak's around his 60s. Anyways, this is Henry Masterson. He's got that pointy chin, oval head, emo bang that Derek J. White really likes doing. He's played by Alexander Polinsky, who sounds like Alex Brightman's Beetlejuice and kind of looks like Mick Jagger. Derek fans will know him as the voice of Control Freak from Teen Titans. Henry Masterson built a Headmaster. Headmasters are a G1 reference. Late into a toy line, their gimmick is their heads can pop off and turn into little guys. It's a little bit of a silly gimmick, especially because the little guys have to bend their legs backwards to do the transformation, and they're usually people in suits. But I think it makes up for itself because literally all the main Headmasters are really cool. But animated, Henry just puts on a very silly Galactus suit and he hops in, flies over, cuts off the head of an enemy robot, steals his body. But Sondak's more Tony Stark and less Justin Hammer and doesn't want any warbots.
Wait, this part totally rocks! Outage! Total outage! The enemy gets fracked by their own rockets!
Oh yeah, right. Henry Masterson's like a teenager or something and speaks in 2000s teen slang. I gotta find an updated translation. So, all the kids who shouldn't be watching my channel understand what he's saying.
Now, do me a big chungus favor and go touch some grass!
He accidentally shoots the rocket towards town.
You're fired!
That's Cap!
Meanwhile, Bulkhead's being interviewed by this Futurama old-timey reporter bot who says that Bulkhead's more destruction than anything. Bulkhead tries proving him wrong by ripping his arm off. Oh, hey, there's that pink beanie girl from Sorry's party. The Autobots are rolling out because of the missile, so Bulkhead goes to intercept and causes more destruction than he would have just let the missile explode. He even accidentally crushed his reporter bot right next to Daniel. He starts crying, and it sounds a lot like Tara Strong's Timmy Turner voice. Wait a minute, who's this lady comforting Daniel? This isn't Carly. Why does she have such 70s hair? So he tries cheering Bulky up by saying, let's try art. So Bulk takes one of those things from the warehouse that spray on paint on your car. Makes a nice printout of the Autobots, which makes sense. He is a robot, so of course he can do this. They grab Tutorbot. I think this is our first time prominently seeing the Olympia Stadium exit Warren Avenue. This is a reference to an old abandoned stadium in Detroit. When learning about art, Tutorbot shows the Mona Lisa and the Starry Night, which are paintings that you have to be a transforming robot alien to not know. But the third one does need some explanation. It's Whistler's Mother, a portrait of artist's mother by James McNeill, Whistler. So yes, literally, it is not a mother whistling, it is Mrs. Whistler. No surprise Bulkhead has trouble grabbing paintbrushes with his big meaty claws. That's why I keep my paintbrushes in a skull. Well, that's nice, appropriate canvas for an appropriately big guy, it's very abstract. But Fanzone, with his new, refurbished old car, drives up and reminds us about graffiti laws. Bumblebee is posing with one of his fingers out, he's holding a thing, got a leg behind his head, and he's propped up against a Jeep. This is a direct reference to the movie Airplane, in which there's a painting of a guy holding a gun, holding a baby with a leg behind his head, propped up against a Jeep, and instead Bulkhead's just painting his arm. Prowl supports it, Prime doesn't really get it, and Ratchet thinks it's stupid. Normal family when they hear their kid's an artist. Sorry somehow set up a gallery for Bulkhead, which causes him to run away. Henry Masterson's playing Rock'em Sock'em Robots with 2 robots, which I guess have dummy Headmasters units. But still, he's able to make the Headmaster unit and 2 or 3 actual robots, unlike some deck. So he's gonna start his own damn robots company, like Meltdown, with blackjack and hookers. But he's gonna need money for blackjack and hookers. So he comes up with a plan. I guess the Headmaster unit also has a taser. Bulkhead falls down, so it's not gonna be that easy to cut his head off. Or maybe it is.
TLDR, you're mid, and I jelked your head from your body!
Bulkhead somehow gets back to base, so they gotta figure out what happened to his body.
Oh, I got it! No problem! Where's the fire extinguisher?
Attached to Prime!
There's Fine Masterson's base, and Fan Zone got a cool duster. So Bulkhead is just using Tutorbot's body for a while, but he's got Phantom body about his actual body, which Reporter Bot tells us is being used to take over the solar fusion plant. It's like cold fusion, but solar. Shut up, future.
Listen up, chat! It's time to show these cringe formers some based ownage maxing!
So he's holding the plant hostage for money, or else he'll blow it up.
To collect my $700 million Phantom tax so I can finally buy the Peter Griffin skin and Fortnite that I want! Sorry, simp. I'm gonna 360 no-scope you in this skibbity toilet.
This is so bad they had to find the mayor, who still doesn't have a voice actor, and come up with a plan. And Optimus gets his full-on G1 trailer. Yeah. It's not exact if you're gonna be really annoying about it, like I am. You know, it doesn't have an Autobot logo on it, and it only has 2 stripes and not the full 3.
This is why I hate machines.
Never would have guessed that Fanzone was into smooth jazz. I would have expected him to be a country fan. The Headmaster says, "Psych! I'm gonna do it anyway."
Oop! It's giving L plus don't care plus ratio plus on God, I will edge you auto beta NPCs all the way back to Ohio! I am the master of head! Suck my outage!
Well, Bulkhead's head's in the back of the trailer saying, "Psych on your psych." This leads into a fight, and apparently the Headmaster unit also has missiles and grenades. Some shenanigans and the Soul of Midnight's going off, so Headmaster tries getting out. But Hulk headbutts him. Getting his body back, better than old.
Hasta la pasta, quirked up white boys!
I'm 49 years old.
But the solar energy that is also nuclear energy is also exploding in CGI lightning. So they put together a thing out of garbage, and it turns off the thing but melts away. The day is saved and he becomes a modern art masterpiece. This is a great episode. Professor Princess is definitely the most unique human villain, but Henry Masterson is probably the best, because he actually poses a direct threat to the Transformers, and spoilers, this is far from the last time we'll see the Headmaster return, even after most of the human villains get phased out. I love Bulkhead in this episode because of the whole painting thing is very unique for the franchise. We really don't see any Transformer having hobbies outside of like music at most, and it's just cool seeing Bulkhead do something like art. And also the animation's really nice and Headmaster's really funny. 9.5 out of 10. Design-wise, the Headmaster looks cool, got like Galactus vibes for some reason. I don't really get why it has like a big smirk and a goatee, especially because Masterson doesn't have a goatee, but whatever. I love the detail that the face of the Headmaster is on the back of the getaway form, because that's like the Headmaster toys in G1. I guess when I'm just talking about him, Henry Masterson is just a better Meltdown because we actually know why he hates some deck. But let me know your opinions down below, as well as hitting that like button and subscribing.